Welcome to Second Listen Saturday on the Parenting Roundabout podcast, where we share some fun moments from a past episode for your weekend listening pleasure. Look for new episodes every Monday through Friday.
In our house, we have a huge obsession with college applications.
Oh, boy.
College decisions, college financing, it's all college.
Yikes.
If you've been following along, my daughter is a senior this year in high school, and so she's going through the process. Well, she has already applied to most of her schools, but she's got one more to go, and it's just crazy information out there that's flying around and trying to sort through it. And thankfully, we've already been through it with my son, but things have changed in the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
She had to write the new SAT, whereas he wrote the old one. And, just they don't have early decision yet, or they've taken away early decision for some of the universities. So that's not an option anymore. So there's just a lot of information to sift through. Most of her friends do not have older siblings that have gone to university, so, or don't have older siblings, period. So their parents are really anxious and are talking a lot about it. And, and it just, and the kids too, I guess, I don't know, my son wasn't that really, I mean, he was going to go and he had some options and he picked one and that was it. Mm-hmm. Whereas the group that my daughter's in, it's like, where are you applying? And is it private or is it public? And what kind of scholarships? And it's just really anxiety provoking. And she's literally gotten really anxious about it. And I don't remember it being like that for me. I mean, I didn't have many options. We didn't have a lot of options in our area to go to school. So we just, picked one out of three. But here it's intense.
Yeah.
And of course, don't even get me started on financing college because holy cow, that is a whole other ballgame.
Yeah.
I don't know how people do it, but so, I mean, I know, Terry, you're kind of past those college days with your kids.
Community college, baby. Don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
Nothing. Well, and that's the thing. I went to community college. My husband went to community college. We transferred into university later years, but it was a great start. And I have nothing, my daughter is fine with community college, but then she hears her friends talk smack about community college.
Yeah, that's the problem.
She's kind of torn, right? And Catherine, your daughter will be facing that next year. So,
right. But I'm already like starting to, we're definitely thinking about it, and like spring break is coming up and we want her to visit some schools during spring break because, I feel like the summer is not a great time to go visit schools. And, in the fall, she's so busy with skating and stuff. So, but I'm like, well, it's January and we want to go visit them the end of March. Is it too late? Like, what are we supposed to be doing? And she wants to skate. So she has actually a fairly short list of schools that have the type of skating that she wants. So that's helpful in that it's narrowed down the list for us. But at the same time, you got to think about like recruitment, and a lot of them have recruiting weekends or days, and we want to make sure we get to those if we can. And like, what if she goes there and she doesn't make the team? Like, then what? And what's the process in terms of trying out for the team? Do you try out before you apply? Yada, yada, yada. Like all that stuff. I do not know the answers to any of these questions. And I will say, they did have a presentation at our high school about this, and they had people representing a couple of different schools that were mostly admissions officers. There was one from a small private college. There was one from a nearby branch of the University of Wisconsin system. There was somebody from the technical college and the 2-year college that we have here. And the first two, the private college and the University of Wisconsin, in their PowerPoint presentations, they had typos.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And I just was like, you lost me here, right now. You are an admissions officer.
Yikes.
Like, you are scrutinizing people to see if they're good enough to go to your school. You can't be having misspelled words and typos.
And then you went up and gave them your business card and said, hire me as your proofreader.
Yeah, you need help.
Give my kid a free ride and I'll proofread your copy.
And I mean, I did get out of that talk, like they were all basically just there to promote their own institution, which wasn't what it was billed as, you know. The one did have some good points to make about what to look for during a visit. So that was like the only thing I got out of it after I got over my off my high horse about their typos. But yeah, it's a lot to think about.
Yeah. And has she written her SAT like a million times already?
No, she
like
hasn't. She'll be doing the ACT next month.
Oh, okay. So when does she do her SAT?
She has to sign up for it, but I think she might not do it till the fall.
Oh, okay. In October.
Yeah.
Or September. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that she has to do it. If she does the ACT, that's probably enough for the schools that she's interested in.
Right.
Most of them will take one or the other. So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you know, we had to find that out too. She took the PSAT last year. So.
Let me just say I'm so digging not being part of this conversation. I'm
it's a lot to wade
just playing solitaire on my phone while you guys go through these major life transitions.
It is. It's big.
It's really
done. Good. And she's considering, my daughter's considering Canada too, so then that throws a whole other iron in the fire.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's definitely, I feel like there needs to be some kind of this is one of the topics where there's just so much parent input that you have to filter through. I don't know if you're finding that or not, Catherine, but like, there's, you know, one of my friends added me on one of these Facebook groups for kids going off to college, and oh my word, I have to, you know, snooze it or whatever it is on Facebook. It's so stressful looking at it.
Well, enjoy this now, because once the kid is in college, other than making sure their check is there on time, they want nothing to do with you, the college or the kid. So
I know,
this is the last great burst of parenting you will be called on to do.
This is it.
That's crazy.
Last year.
Parenting administration wise, I guess.
Actually, well, she turns 18 on Sunday, so does that mean I only have a couple days?
Is she paying for her college?
Ask Terry, who's got two 20-somethings under her roof.
I'm not saying you're going to stop worrying. I'm just going to say the request for your input will drop.
I'm so bad. She wants to go to urgent care today after school, and I'm like, can it wait till next week when you're 18 and go by yourself?
This is so we need to make this a whole nother topic, because I've recently, you know, made my daughter start going to the doctor by herself, because she was going to my doctor and he was like calling me on the phone if she went by herself to ask me questions. So I said, find yourself a new doctor who does not know me. You are capable of doing this. And then, of course, I worry that, well, what if she doesn't know what to say, or what if she misunderstands something, does something wrong? So the worrying never goes away.
No, never goes away.
You do want them to go do things like that by themselves. So are there, like, do your schools have things to go do to learn about all the different ways to finance a college education? I know we had something that we had to go to, and it was very overwhelming. And we felt out, lots of. We did not have to go.
Oh, okay.
But I went. With the community college, it wasn't really an issue, but it's just the sort of thing that all parents of seniors went to. So you wanted, you don't want to be left out. Right. Lots and lots of forms with initials. And, people up there talking about them like you know what they're talking about. You fill out this, and then you go to this website, and you fill out this, and then you get this documentation, and you send it to this. And I'm like, you know what? Do they take credit cards? I'm just going to send my kids to the community college and pay for it.
Yeah.
We did get a little taste because my daughter's taking a class right now that's some kind of co-op with a local college, and so she had to actually apply to the college to take the class, and so we had to go online and fill out the application together. And they asked, not only did it ask if we as the parents were registered to vote, but it asked if we voted in the last election.
Did it ask who you voted for?
That it did not ask. But I mean, I had to ask my husband, I'm like, did you vote in the primary? Like, I don't remember. I don't know if he did. I know if I did, but I just thought that was a super weird question to ask.
It is.
I'm not sure what they were doing with that information.
Yeah, that seems weird.
Yes, they did not go so far as to ask who specifically did you vote for. That would be a red flag.
I don't know. I hear colleges are getting more and more into that, so maybe that'll be the next thing.
Well,
yikes.
We're here for you, Nicole.
Yeah.
As this goes on and on.
As it unfolds.
Yes.
I'll mute the microphone as I laugh and laugh. So.
But I think you should keep me posted.
Stay tuned because they start finding out in March.
Yeah, it will.